Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the RAC in London and to the press launch for Circuito de Tenerife. We're delighted to see you here today. I'd very much like to introduce you to Carlos Alonso, the President of the Government of Tenerife, known as the Cabildo de Tenerife, which is the logos you have on your table. And he'd just like to say a few words to present the project first of all. Ladies and gentlemen, Carlos Alonso.
Thank you. Well, I was saying that thank you to everybody for having giving us the opportunity of having this presentation today in London. Thank you to the RAC for the opportunity they gave us to do here in the heart of the motor in history in the world, and we want to present one of our main project for the development of the island in the future, which is the Circuit of Tenerife, Circuito de Tenerife. As you may know, Tenerife is one of the main tourism destinations in the world. We receive up to 6 million tourists per year, with continuous growing in the last years by 5% per year, which make us one of the, as I mentioned, the major tourist destination in the world, comparing to other, for example, other well-known destinations as the Dominican Republic and Cyprus, Malta, for example. We are very well connected to the rest of Europe with more than 170 airports, and we operate with a lot of airlines companies, more than 200. That make us a very well connected destination, with a very good hotel infrastructure. Most of our hotel premise are 5 and 4 stars category. That makes us a very high level standard in terms of tourism. A lot of activities we can do in the island, linked to nature, linked to sport, linked to culture, and in the future linked to races, as we want to develop this circuit. Well, we are very well located for racing, for testing, for cars. Most of the main trademark use the island for testing their new cars. And also for having races in the island. We have a lot of experience and also a lot of supporters in the island for racing. The conditions we think are very good for investors, and that's what we want to launch. And this is the presentation we are doing now here is the first step of this launching. So thank you again to the RAC for allowing us to do the presentation. Thank you. And
thank you very much for being here with us today and for launching the process.
So, good morning, my dear friends from RAC. Good morning, President Carlos. Good morning, all the friends. But why in London? Why in UK? Why we start here? So, if you don't mind, I will show you something which it's really important for us, and it should be important for you. If you see this photograph here, yes, that's presented for the first time, you will see here a sunbeam tiger. And with these cars started modern car racing in Tenerife. It was the late 60s. We had at that time 4 Grand Prix street race circuits in Tenerife. And the first professional pilots who went down to race with us were British gentleman drivers. At that time, these British friends, Peter Harper and Ray Calcutt, they started to speak. It was important, and they say, you must stop racing in the streets of Santa Cruz, Puerto de la Cruz, La Laguna, Weimar. They were the 4 Grand Prix. you must start to think about for having a really circuit. And it's now 40 years after that I want to remember them, because everything from our sport started with them. This racetrack is designed by the most famous Spanish bureau. That's James Nogué, the biggest, the most important designer of racetracks in Spain. He was his bureau and his colleagues designed the circuit of Montmeló, where the Grand Prix of Spain in Catalonia is raced. And with his design, we conquered the license of the FIE, the FIA. Yesterday, when I was speaking with Mr. Blundell and other friends, I told him, please remember me, because we always start to speak about car racing in our sport, and we always don't remember the second most important history about the circuit, that it's very, very well designed also for motorcycles. Thank you. It's very emotive for me. Thank you.
The backdrop is the volcanic landscape. So you've got the volcanoes in the background, and at your feet you have a 180-degree view of the sea. It is absolutely stunning. Another point which is very important is, of course, it's all very well and very nice to hear from politicians, but we are talking a driver's circuit here, and this is what's exciting. So we want to hear now from the people who are actually going to be exciting us about this project, not just from a financial perspective, but from the possibilities it has from a driver's point of view. And we're very, very happy to have with us today, as you know, Mr. Mark Blundell, who I'd like to present to you now.
I'm very proud to be with the President and with Eduardo. I felt for a moment it was like X Factor, because I see the President doing Twitter. He's a trendy President, he's socially engaging. But I think you can feel that there's a huge amount of passion, certainly from Eduardo. I think this is 20 odd years and now a dream coming to realization. From my side of things, we're engaging through our company, Mark Blundell Partners, as in the consultancy role. And although the circuit has been designed and it's a fantastic design, multi-purpose, there's a huge amount of excitement for us to be with this project. It's a destination, it's a resort, as you know. There's a huge amount of loyalty from UK people to go to Tenerife. I think we're being given an opportunity to present something that is, of course, a motor racing circuit, and I think far beyond that. What will we do? I think there's a huge amount of potential. I think there's a huge amount of potential as well to stage some incredibly exciting races and championships. And they may be 4 wheels, 2 wheels, maybe even down to small 4 wheels, go-karting, for instance. But there's, for me, the whole thing's driven off a passion, and I think that comes more than anything from Eduardo. If I can take some of that passion back home with me, I think I'll be okay. But this is an exciting time, one that I think is going to deliver something very special. It'll be the only island in Europe with a purpose-built track. I think the only other island is Phillip Island, which is several thousand miles away, but I think Tenerife will do it better. And you know, for me, what enticed me to be part of this, probably the climate, and I'm looking forward to being in Tenerife in December and January and February. Yeah. Anyway, that's enough from me. I think you've all got a feel for it. I think there's questions. If you want to ask us afterwards, I'm more than happy to answer anything. And if I don't know, I'll just direct you to the President and Eduardo. Thank you very much.
I think it was very good. We have a lot of interest. So people has come. I think people are very happy with the presentation we have done. The linkage we have present between the circuit and also the tourism activity in the island is very well received, and I think we must be very happy.
It's been a marvelous morning.
Yes.
With lovely people, and it's been a little bit embarrassing for me because yes, it's not only a normal morning. It's been back here in the UK speaking about the British heritage in our lovely sport in Tenerife. Always it's been important too, speaking about the investment and speaking about our ground, our place. But I must admit that the romantic part of this story has been very strong this morning. I don't remember a place in UK in the last years speaking so much and so well and so interesting about my island. And that's been definitely very, 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 very interesting and lovely for me, yes, really. I've been speaking with some of them. I want to continue now. They're very interested. Yes. Not only in our autosport, also in our motorcycles events, and they're really, really very interested. In winter time, they're just always dreaming and saying it could be possible to race down there between November and April. Yes. It would be a lovely destination for our sport. And they're quite interested, so it's been a very, very busy morning.
Well, fantastic. I mean, it's a big disappointment. It's going to take 21 months to actually build, because I'd like to be down there next year. Yes. But having looked at the circuit, it's going to be a good driver's circuit. Yes. There's some good corners, good straights, good double apex corners. It's very imaginative. I think there's something there for everybody as far as a race driver is concerned. But my concern nowadays, I'm not a professional driver anymore. Mm-hmm. I'm not told where I'm going to go. I have to ask my wife where I'm going to go. And if a venue that is right next to a nice resort with some nice 5-star hotels, it'll definitely get a thumbs up from her, which means I can go.
Fantastic. Very good.
I think it's absolutely fantastic. Wonderful opportunity, superb location. My concern, as always, as I've said to you before, is getting the balance right of the people that are going to take up the opportunity so the circuit can be fully utilised and make it financially viable. And key to all these things is sustainability. And if you can design and build a facility that caters for the modern type of participant and the modern spectator, that will mean that people are desperate to be there and enjoy it, then you've got a success. I mentioned in the brief talk that there are events around the world that defy the decimation of motorsport. There are events that are fully subscribed at full price because they represent a facility that people want to go to. They can take their wives, children, take the whole lot, and it's a holiday for some and a motorsporting experience for others. And if you can do that and you can get the support of everybody, then you've got the basis of a success. So that's what I'm hoping. I think there is no limit. I think it could range from an X Games type thing with Travis Pastrani coming there and bringing everybody right the way through to a major circuit racing venue, rally stage, rallycross, motocross, effectively like a British Superbike, MotoGP type venue. These are all, you've got to look at it with a global motorsport perspective, and the trick, I think, is to have 100% occupancy and 100% take-up, all of which are contributing to the track and also the local facilities and venues. And then it's a win-win situation if you can do that. So there is no limit. You've got everything on there and in that location that could facilitate those things.
Fantastic. And do you think we'll be seeing you out there sometime soon once it's built? Are you looking forward to having a little drive round?
you try and stop me.
It's been a real pleasure to launch the circuit here at the RAC Club in London. For all of those who might be interested to come with us to Tenerife to see exactly what this is all about, what the location is and the fantastic offer that they have in terms of hotels and beaches and high-end luxury tourism, we invite you to come with us. We'll be going towards the end of the month with Mark Blundell out to Tenerife and to have a look at all of this. So just get in touch with me or with Tina Fotherby at Famous Publicity and we'd be delighted to put you on the list. Come to Tenerife with us. Thank you very much.